Spectrum Awards. These celebrate success throughout the whole innovation system, from early research and development through the stages of commercialization. Next, we'll recognize sector-specific achievement in industries critical to the Alberta economy. So this will include agricultural science, environmental technology, information and communications technology, and finally oil sands research. And then towards the end, we'll present the Leadership Awards, honoring individuals and organizations whose leadership drives all other achievements. So this should be a very inspiring night. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Astech Foundation Board, the president and CEO of TR Tech, Mr. Robert Tasker.
Wow, thank you all so much for attending tonight. Wow, what a turnout. This is, I think, the largest turnout we've had in many, many years. It's actually a 30% increase over what we saw last year. So it's a great testament when organizations are cutting back as they are. So what you're all part of is Astech 2.0, a foundation with a mission to inspire the next generation of innovators. We've actually made a lot of changes to the Astech event and the Astech Foundation. Most importantly, you're witnessing a new format to this evening's celebration. We've moved away from a black tie sit-down dinner to a red tie dinner. No, just kidding. We actually moved to a networking reception aimed at reaching a broader audience. As you can see, we've been successful. The Astech Foundation is also working throughout the year to recognize and celebrate great accomplishments in science and technology. For example, we have a greater connection with students and science fairs. We've also fostered a great connection with the next generation of innovators by showcasing, as you've all seen in the back, some amazing science technology from across Alberta. We're also promoting more success stories throughout the year by sharing profiles featuring Where Are They Now stories of past Astech winners, our alumni. We've also set up an Astech Alumni Speakers Bureau with experts who are lined up and willing to speak at your next conference and event at no charge. These improvements will help Astech to inspire more innovation in the province. While these are certainly very difficult economic times for the province, they're also pivotal times. The good news is I don't think we've ever seen such an interest in innovation from industry. We also applaud the government's renewed focus on the innovation system as a means to diversify the economy. The Astech Foundation plays a very important role in this system. It's our job to identify and celebrate stories of success to motivate youth, researchers, and entrepreneurs who dream big and succeed in ways previously not thought possible. We often hear about how inspirational it is to showcase these achievements in Alberta. In fact, two of this year's finalists told us independently that attending the Astech Awards previously propelled their desire to stand amongst the top innovators in Alberta. And here they are tonight, being recognized for their achievements. Now, I'd like to do some important thank yous. First, I'd like to acknowledge the great work of the adjudication panel, who have identified the Astech finalists and winners tonight. These are experts who volunteer their time for the love of science and technology and a commitment to celebrating innovation in the province. So thank you. I'd also like to offer a tremendous thank you to the Astech funders and the directors, also known as our patrons. The logos are shown up, I'm not sure if they're on the screen, but they're all around, hopefully. And we've actually seen that patron contingent grow by 15%, which is a terrific in these tough economic times, and a real testament to the fact that Astech is moving in the right direction. So thank you, patrons. Also, a big thank you to our additional sponsors for this evening, especially those who helped purchase extra tickets. Thanks to their generosity, we are joined by students and entrepreneurs from U of C, State Polytechnic, STEM Learning Lab, Calgary Youth Science Fair, Innovate Calgary, Startup Calgary, eHub, and I'm sure many more. So thank you, sponsors. And last, and certainly not least, a huge thank you to the volunteers and our staff, Sue McMaster, Marina Howard-Lehman, whose efforts made this evening possible. And thank you all for attending, and I hope you enjoy the evening. So, thank you. And now, please welcome Mr. Justin Reamer, Assistant Deputy Minister of Science and Innovation at the new Department of Alberta Economic Development and Trade.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure and honor to be here today. I bring sincere regrets from our new minister, Darren Billis, who is otherwise engaged, as he's got a fairly full portfolio in his first couple weeks into the ministry. I want to welcome every one of you to the 26th Astech Awards celebration, and I'm pleased to be here tonight to bring greetings on behalf of the province of Alberta. And I want to congratulate all the winners to this year's distinguished finalists and award winners. You represent some of the most creative and accomplished innovation, research, and technology leaders in Alberta and the world. And we need to embrace that success. Your breakthroughs, your successes, your Made in Alberta solutions are helping create a better future both here at home for our neighbors and people from around the globe. And our government's increased focus on economic diversification and job creation has made research and innovation a priority. I'm very pleased to be leading up the new division of Science and Innovation within the Economic and Development Trade Ministry, and we have a wonderful team engaged and willing to support the fabulous innovation climate we have in this province and want to see its continued success. It certainly lays a strong foundation to use our research and innovation excellence much more responsive to the opportunities of entrepreneurs, innovators, and research that make a impact in the lives of all Albertans. Now, I have a challenge for each and every one of you here tonight, and that is when you see the successes, when you see the innovators and you see the awards, I want you to absorb that and be able to explain it in layman's terms and go to tell two friends what you've seen tonight. Because our greatest challenges in this province is communicating the successes of our innovation system and our innovators. Very few people are aware of the successes that take place in and amongst us. And if we tell two friends, they'll tell two friends, and so on. So I challenge you all here tonight to get that innovation success story out. And I want to thank very much Rob and the Astech organization for organizing this wonderful celebration and sharing our commitment in building a strong and more innovative province. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Now, please welcome Deputy Mayor John Carlo Cara, Councillor for Ward 9.
Welcome everybody to the 26th Astech Awards. I'm just going to preface my remarks by saying that I thought I would innovate and ride my bike over here tonight. And I rolled into the BMO Center parking lot and it was empty, and I got this sinking feeling in my stomach, and I was like, this isn't exactly right. And I actually looked at my calendar and realized I had to get here in time, and I made it. I'm very happy, and I'm glad that Astech has moved to Ward 9 and to the TELUS Spark, which is exactly where it should be. I want to thank the Deputy Minister for his remarks, and I want to look you in the eye and say, you stole my minister, dude. Darren Billis was named Minister of Municipalities with the Orange Wave, and that as an urban designer and now a municipal politician, I could not have asked for a better storybook ending. And now, because he's such a superstar, he's been moved into this incredibly important portfolio. And I get it, but I'm still mad. But as it should be very good for everyone here to at least know that you guys have a very good politician heading up this very important ministry. And kudos to the Notley government for recognizing that, especially not just in these times, but for all time, the importance of innovation and economic development, their interconnectedness. I'm here as Deputy Mayor because our actual mayor couldn't be here, and I think he wanted to be this year because I think he also is someone who fully recognizes the need for innovation and the opportunity that we have in these downtimes to really get our feet underneath us and not live so fat on high oil and actually get down to the brass tacks of innovating. So, you know, this is a tough time, but it's also an important time in the cycle that faces our province. Nahed Kainenchi right now is actually at Harvard doing a 10-day course. And so in that respect, this is not at all the 1980s. You know, we are through the looking glass significantly. I am very honored to serve on a city council with him. On behalf of him and all of my colleagues on city council, it's my job as deputy mayor to welcome you to the 26th Astech Awards. I do want to note that I come from an urban design background, And I look at Calgary, specifically in Alberta in general, as an exceptional example. It's sort of like big enough to matter, small enough to be nimble. I think of the fact that we're outliers in so many ways. You know, our volunteerism, our public support of, you know, the way we transfer wealth. I'm just totally spacing on on a very simple word here. I apologize. But also, you know, the fact that we are incredibly innovative. I had the opportunity to welcome people to the National Trust conference, which celebrates heritage across Canada, and take them on a tour of my neighborhood, Inglewood. And we started in the forecourt of a building on Main Street, which is the home to Accelerator YYC. And I started telling the story of Inglewood, and it became very clear that it was a hotbed of creative talent, both in the arts and in science and technology. And the question was asked me, why Inglewood? And the point I made to them is that I honestly think that great neighborhoods are the hardware that run the software of culture and commerce and innovation, of what makes our society tick. And so I love the role that innovation plays and that good city building can play in that. And we are committed to building, you know, the Green Line with the provincial government, with the federal government, 44 kilometers of rail that not just is going to be moving commuters, but it's going to become a knowledge corridor of really impressive neighborhoods all along the way. So with that in mind, and with the incredible work that everybody here does on a daily basis, and the winners have done, welcome and thank you, and I can't wait to sit back and bathe in the innovation and the excellence that we see in this province, and tell at least 2 people. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Karen, and thank you, Rob. I'd like to take a minute to draw your attention to the art sales table. It's over there beside the photo booth in the showcase area. In there, you're going to find a very eclectic mix of one-of-a-kind metal and glass art pieces commissioned by Astech and available for purchase. The proceeds of which go to directly sponsoring students and startups to attend events like this, and where they get a chance to rub shoulders with new captains of industry. Yeah. Prices range from about $50 to $150, and we think that buying one's a great way to make an investment in the up-and-coming generation. Sales open till 9, and we accept money in all its popular forms, so please check it out. Now, to tell us about the nominee process and the award finalists is Astech patron and awards committee chair from Syncrude, Ms. Brenda Crickmore.
Good evening. Wow. From up here, there's an awful lot of people in this room, and that's just great. So each year, I did a disappearing actor. That would be good. Each year, the Astech Foundation receives a large number of award nominations across all of our categories. The world-class achievement and innovation represented by the nominees is truly inspiring. An independent adjudication panel spends hours, and really it's hours, poring over the nominations, and then we meet for the entire day, vetting each application against the award criteria to determine the finalists. In order to be recognized as a finalist, or a nominee, nominees must attain a very high level of achievement to satisfy the strict criteria in their category. As such, we are proud to honor only the most exceptional accomplishments that meet or exceed the award criteria. As a result, sometimes there may be only one nominee in a category who is truly deserving of recognition, but that does not mean that the category was acclaimed. It means that only one nominee met the rigorous criteria demanded. So we may have discarded 5, 6, 7 nominees. So really, when you see these people, you realize how much they have actually achieved. This is an important distinction. We only honor the very best of the best. And that also means that sometimes we award two winners in one category when their level of achievement is deemed to be equal. Tonight, we're proud to shine a spotlight on 21 of our finalists who are joining our list of more than 500 finalists who we have showcased at Astech Awards over the last 25 years. It's an impressive list that's testament to the dedication and perseverance of those working diligently every day in the spirit of innovation in the science and technology sector in Alberta, which is a very vibrant, very alive sector. Scientists are kind of quiet people and they work off in the corner and maybe you don't notice them all the time, but they're actually there. We trust that you will be proud of and inspired by the accomplishments you're going to look at tonight. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Brenda. We start tonight with the Innovation Spectrum Awards. Now, these 5 categories cover the full scope of the innovation continuum, from research through development, and then on into commercialization. To present the Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Science Award, please welcome from the University of Lethbridge, the Interim Associate Vice President Research, Dr. Matthew Letts, and from Foundation CMG, Vice President of Operations, Mr. Ricardo Garza.
The Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Science Award is presented to an individual or team that has led or significantly contributed to a scientific innovation or breakthrough.
The first finalist is Dr. Todd Laurie, a professor of chemistry at the University of Alberta and the scientific director of Glyconet, the Canadian Glycomics Network, which is an international authority in synthetic carbohydrate chemistry. Dr. Laurie's pioneering contributions provide the pathway for better diagnostics and treatments of tuberculosis and other infectious diseases.
The second finalist is Dr. V. Wee Yang, a professor and the head of transitional neuroscience at the University of Calgary and director of the Alberta Multiple Sclerosis Society, or Network. Dr. Yang studies the interaction between the immune and the nervous systems. Alberta has amongst the highest density of MS patients in the world, and Dr. Yang leads a team focused on finding new ways to manage the disease.
And the winner of the Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Science Award is Dr. Todd Laurie.
Dr. Todd Lowry was a key figure in forming Glyconet, a pan-Canadian multidisciplinary initiative that unites key glycomics researchers from over 20 institutions, including his alma mater, the University of Alberta.
At a very fundamental basic science level, I'm just intrigued by the molecules, but then there is the potential to be able to solve some big problems, and I guess it's a combination of those things together that really make me excited about what I do.
Their work is providing the pathway for better diagnostics, treatments, and potential vaccines for tuberculosis and other diseases.
I think this provides us with a real opportunity to really make more Canadian science and further bolster our position in the world.
The 2015 Astech Award for Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Science, Dr. Todd Lowry.
I'd like to thank the Faculty of Science at the University of Alberta for nominating me. I'd also like to acknowledge the great support I've gotten over the last more than 20 years from my scientific mentors, David Bundle, who's here with us tonight, as well as Oli Hinskull and Monica Pulsick, who are professors at the University of Alberta. We've worked hard over the last several years to establish glycomics as a major field in Canada. That all got its start at the University of Alberta back in the 1950s with Ray Lemieux. The province has recognized that area and supported the Alberta Glycomics Center for the past several years. That actually led to the founding of GlycoNet, and so I think the province has really been a really forward-thinking leader in this area. I'm very grateful for that support. I'd also like to thank Elizabeth Vanak, who we worked together at the Alberta Glycomics Centre for the last 7 or 8 years, and she's been critical in leading to the foundation of GlycoNet as well. And then finally, I'd like to thank the glycomic scientists throughout Canada. These networks are never successful or formed because of the actions of a single person. It's really the combined group of us that have led to this success. So we're very excited about the future. Thank you.
Our second Innovation Spectrum Award is the Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Technology Award. Please welcome Bennett Jones LLP, a partner and head of intellectual property, Mr. Martin Kratz.
Thank you very much. The Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Technology Award is presented to an individual or team that has led or significantly contributed to a technological innovation or breakthrough. The finalist in this category is internationally renowned nanoscience leader, Dr. Robert Wolkow. He's a physics professor at the University of Alberta, an I-Corps and Alberta Innovates Technology Futures Research Chair, and the Principal Research Officer at the National Institute for Nanotechnologies. He has made breakthroughs that impact many facets of life through controlling structures at the single atom level. Please welcome the winner of the Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Technology Award, Dr. Robert Wolkow.
Dr. Robert Wolkow has created quantum dots and atom-scale electronics that are set to revolutionize communications technologies. The transistor-free computing circuits are able to function using 1,000 times less power than conventional silicon chip technology, which could remove the bottleneck on processing speeds.
It's a kind of ultimate green technology in that it uses almost no energy, and yet it's potentially faster and smaller and cheaper than what we do today.
Developed at the University of Alberta, Dr. Wolkow's technology can also be implemented to dramatically increase battery life in everything from satellites to handheld devices. The 2015 Astech Award for Outstanding Leadership in Alberta Technology, Dr. Robert Wolkow.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm extremely grateful for this recognition, and let me assure you that the whole team that works on this, that makes it possible, will share in this, and will be also very grateful for this recognition. So how can I summarize in a few seconds what we do? We pick up atoms, and we put them where we want them to be. No one else can do that. And we're not the best in Alberta or the best in Canada or the best in North America. We're actually unique in this ability in the world. And I want you to understand that we have an opportunity here that can be bigger than anything oil or anything in Alberta. I think anything that's ever been in Canada. We have to get behind this effort and take it to the next level. We have managed now to move atoms, and with your continued support, we will move mountains.
Wow.
Thank you, folks. Our next Innovation Spectrum category is a Development Award. Here to present the Outstanding Achievement in Applied Technology and Innovation Award, sponsored by SAIT Polytechnic, is Dr. John Falavolita, Director of Applied Research and Innovation Services.
Thanks very much. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here, and I'm very proud to represent SAIT Polytechnic. As a former entrepreneur, and I guess now an intrapreneur myself, it's one of the most innovative organizations that I've worked in the last 30 years. I'm very happy to be here before you. The Outstanding Achievement in Applied Technology and Innovation Award is presented to an individual or team that has made a significant contribution to the discovery or application of technology. based on the following criteria: overall impact on industry or trade, economic and social impact, and results which change and advance current practice. The first finalist is the Lipid Chemistry Group from the University of Alberta, led by Dr. Jonathan Curtis. The team has successfully converted unsaturated lipids, such as oils, fats, and their derivatives, into polyols, which produce a range of plastic and synthetic materials that replace their petrol-based counterparts. Using these bio-based polyols significantly reduces the greenhouse gas emissions caused by manufacturing of fossil-based polyols. The second finalist is Calgary-based Microengineering Technology, Inc., founded by Dr. Mohamed Elhabiby. The micro team developed a structural health monitoring system that integrates land survey and geotechnical systems to detect and characterize damage to engineered structures within millimeters of movement. This protects construction crews and the public from dangers in the construction of complex structures. And the winner of the the winner of the Outstanding Achievement in Applied Technology and Innovation Award is, there are two winners. Okay. The Lipid Chemistry Group, represented by Jonathan Curtis, and Microengineering Tech, represented by
Dr. Jonathan Curtis and his team at the University of Alberta's Lipid Chemistry Group have successfully created bio-based polyols from canola oil and other unsaturated lipids.
This polyol is used in the manufacture of polyurethanes. Well, it's used in a very wide range of applications, from coatings and paints, and probably the best known material is polyurethane foam.
The process is cost-effective and significantly reduces the greenhouse gas emissions generated from traditional petroleum-based manufacturing.
And this can have a positive environmental benefit and reduce our dependence on fossil fuels.
The 2015 Astech Award for Outstanding Achievement in Applied Technology and Innovation, Lipid Chemistry Group.
Dr. Mohamed Elhabiby developed an improved structural monitoring system that can collect data quickly in complexly engineered building projects without interrupting construction work or public transit.
Owners now see the value of structural monitoring because it's protecting them and protecting their workers and the community, because everyone would like to enjoy seeing the progress and the development in his city.
The company's work has permitted minimal interference to Calgary Public Transportation C-Train during the construction of 4 towers downtown. The 2015 Astech Award for Outstanding Achievement in Applied Technology and Innovation, Dr. Mohamed Elhabiby and Microengineering Tech Incorporated.
Well, it's a great honor to accept this award on behalf of my whole team, the Lipid Chemistry Group. And I especially want to thank the sponsors of this organization and the selection committee for choosing us. It's a great honor. So Alberta has 2 kinds of oil. There's the oil that comes from the oil sands, and there's the oil that we grow in the fields. And we hope that we can add more value to the oil that grows in the fields, and we hope that our innovations will eventually lead to the establishment of a bigger oleochemical industry supplying renewable chemicals and materials from what we can grow in the fields. I really want to thank our sponsors of this research, particularly the Alberta Crop Industry Development Fund, Alberta Innovates Biosolutions,
and CCEMC, all of whom have been big sponsors recently, without whom we couldn't do this. And I want to thank our university for nominating us, and to you all for your attention. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a great honor to have this award. To be honest, we have a great team. Some of them are here. They work hard. The development has been going for almost 7 years, and we really started from scratch. Every day when the C train is passing by downtown, imagine, beside 4 big projects, excavation up to 120 feet, we are nervous. But trust me, you are safe. Alberta is a great place for innovation, for work. So thank you very much, Astech. Thank you very much, Alberta.
Next up in the Spectrum Awards is Early Stage Commercialization and the Outstanding Science and Technology Startup Award, sponsored by NATE. Here to